What's going on YouTube? Achilles here, and today we're revisiting my mono white angel deck. We made a few changes since Screaming Nemesis is out of standard, so instead of playing Get Lost as an extra form of removal, we're going to split up the Get Lost into a couple of Seam Rips as well as 2 Rest in Peace, because the whole idea is if you play against that Reanimator deck that plays the Cavero, we are definitely going to be in a bad spot. So if we could just happen to have the Rest in Peace, whether we open up with it or draw it before they get to do their crazy play, then we'll definitely ruin their plan of trying to copy Bringer of the Last Gift, and we will be able to just beat down our opponent with all our angry flying angels. So we try to curve out our angels as early as turn 1 with stuff like Lightstall Inquisitor that could be searched with Starfield Shepherd, and then we curve out into the best 2-drop angel if possible, which is Giada, because it'll give you extra mana for your angels, and the more angels you have on the board while you cast angels, then that angel that enters will get really strong. So this is definitely the best thing to play on turn 2, and then we just play all our angels and curve out into Exemplar of Light, specifically as the best card for turn 4, because not only does this act like in a Johnny's Pridemate or an Essence Chandler, but it'll draw you a card whenever you gain life for the first time during the turn. So this thing is your card advantage engine for the deck, on top of Inspiring Overseer and the 1 copy of Haliya. So we try to play a bunch of angels, we gain a bunch of life, and if our opponent can't answer creatures with flying, then they're going to be in trouble. So let's get right into this list. We got 4 Lightstall Inquisitor, 1 Restoration Magic, 2 Seam Rip, 4 Giada Font of Hope, 2 Rest in Peace, 4 Sheltered by Ghosts, 4 Youthful Valkyrie, 1 Haliya Guided by Light, 2 Inspiring Overseer, 4 Resplendent Angel, 2 Aurelia's Vindicator, 4 Exemplar of Light, 1 Lyra Dawnbringer, 1 Starfield Shepherd, and for the lands we got 16 Plains, 4 Adventurers Inn, and 4 Cavern of Souls. Don't forget to like the video and subscribe. I'm on the road to 2,000 subscribers, so every bit will help. If you're new here, just know I have new videos coming out every day, and if you want to become a member, you can get early access to videos. Let's get right into these games. Not too bad of a start for us. I'm going to keep it. If we could draw 1 or 2 more lands back to back, then we're going to be in a great position. But let's see. Worst case scenario for 3 mana, if we get the 3rd land, then we'll play the Vindicator as the disguise card, but let's see. Name Angel. We'll just Seam Rip this right now. Just taking away whatever they have on the board away from them on curve, so just makes them have to reset their game plan for, going for a turn 3 Kaido with the ninjutsu and all that. It's either going to be the Vindicator or the Exemplar of Light that's going to be gone, but let's find out. I think the Vindicator makes more sense because I could cast it next turn, and that'll take away my turn 3 play. They choose a Sheltered by Ghost, very interesting. Next turn we'll go for the Exemplar of Light. Potentially, of course. The Ward 2 on the face down card is so relevant too, so you can't go wrong with that. Unless, of course, they have like a tragic trajectory or something, but doesn't seem to be the case. So what's the move, you may ask? Well, do want to gain life, so we are going to play this. Let's go for the swing, and then I'm just going to go for Exemplar of Light. They can't counter it, which is very nice. And this will be able to block the Deep Cavern Bat. I mean, they could just spot removal it, though, so let's see. We'll bounce it back to our hand. There's a whole bunch of different things they could do with that 3 open mana. And a full hand, of course. I'm guessing it's a Shoot the Sheriff if they did have something. Ah, Bitter Triumph, excuse me. So what's really crazy is we could go Sheltered by Ghosts on the face down card to give it Ward 4 in total. That'd be pretty cool. Worst case scenario, they go into Kaido, but if they do that, they're giving me back the Sheltered by Ghosts. Which, I don't know if that's the move. Yeah, they don't go for the Kaido. Interesting. Well, this is interesting, actually. You know, I'm going to go Sheltered by Ghosts. I'm going to take their Deep Cavern Bat, and this will now have Ward 4 on it, if, of course, this could resolve. It sure does. So we take their bat, we'll get back Sheltered by Ghosts. Oh man, they got Tishana's Tidebinder, guys. Excuse me, they got a whole game plan for us, it seems. That's fine. We're going to play the Lightstall Inquisitor and just pass. I don't like this artwork at all. The original one looks a lot better. And a Preacher. Well then, what do we do here, guys? Well, I think we just play this, or we set up for a crazy Haliya play for next turn. So I think we're just going to cast this as a creature. Just go from there. See what they do. If we had one more mana, I could say just flip this over, and then we go for the Haliya as well, but we only have 4 mana to work with. Okay, they go for a Restless Reef. Not really worried about that, though. If they just swing with it by itself, I'll let that go. At the end of the day, I'm just losing, whatchamacallit, a couple cards off the top of my deck. The Preacher could be troublesome. I'm gonna let it go. Seamrip's not bad. The problem is, though, we only have 1 plane to work with, guys. So I think we might actually just go for the Haliya. Then we'll gain some life. Yeah, let's go for the Haliya, actually. Now we're gonna swing. We're gonna gain even more life. If we could get a second plane, that would be great. And then we'll get back our Sheltered by Ghosts and go from there. Worst case scenario, we could go Inspiring Overseer plus Seamrip next turn. Making the deep cavern bat stronger. What a play. They're just waiting to Tidebind our next Sheltered by Ghosts or something. Your end step. I'll let it go. They're going to go for the Kaido now, I'm guessing. That's fair.
Just in time to save the day.
But now what is the move? They might put the stun counters on the Vindicator. But they choose to draw a card instead. Very fancy. Could we possibly get a plane? That's all I want. It's not a plane. Okay, let's get rid of the bat. They're gonna block this with the Siren. I think it's fine. And we get another card. Slowly but surely, we just have to go more wide than them. The best thing they have right now is that Preacher. Plus they have the Deshaun's Tidebinder in their hand, which we already know that it's that. So, let's see what they get. Swim with the Preacher. I think this time we're actually going to get rid of it. Just because, you know, we don't want them to make a million vampire tokens.
I've got you beat 6 different ways.
Nice. This is exactly what we wanted. Go for Giada first. Now we're going to make an overpowered Youthful Valkyrie. So they can't get past this ward on the Vindicator. So what are they going to tap down? Okay, that's fair. Get rid of you.
Fine. I'll make a new plan.
Take away one of their Tidebinders. And the reason why I put it on the Valkyrie is because I just want to be able to deal, like, if I don't want to block any of the damage they throw away, we could just, not really care if they hit us for like 6 or 8 or even 10 damage, and then we just gain all the life with all the lifelink spread out between our creatures. I mean, I could flip this over next turn, and then we have another flyer. And on top of that, when we flip it over, we have an extra ability with the Vindicator, which is going to be very useful that I think we're going to use next turn. We'll be able to get rid of all their tokens, depending on what we want to do, though, of course. Like, that is fine. We don't really care about that. Interesting. Alright, so X will be 2 if I flip that over, which would be pretty good. I think that's what we're going to do. Because we need to pay 4 plus X. And we only have 6 mana, so X is 2. I think we'll get rid of the Cecil. It has Ward 4 on it, so they can't even touch this right now. Plus everything is flying, so if they can't interact with any of our flyers, then they're in trouble. Okay. But now the problem is they just, wait, does it not have flying now? Yeah, it doesn't have flying. Because it loses all of its abilities, that's right. That's only 10 damage they would take. Okay. Either way, that's fine. Deshana's Tidebinder is so insane. And the problem is, if they swing with Cecil, sure, they'll lose the 2 and flip it over, but they only have 2 left, so... Let's see what our opponent has in store for us. Is they could get themselves back to 5 if they swing with the vampires. And if they want to commit to Restless Reef, then that's over half of their mana available. So it all just depends on those 2 cards in their hand. We'll just block 2 vampires. Oh yeah, but they will gain the life before the Cecil does the damage to itself. Yeah, that makes sense. But how are they going to deal with all of these angry flyers? Imagine if they have another Tidebinder. pay the 2. We'll pay the 2. And we'll now get rid of their only flyer, and we get it. We get to go first, and this is a strange hand, but we'll make it work. All the Youthful Valkyries in the world. As much as I want to use this Seam Rip right now, I just want to be able to get an Angel out. Interesting. I think we just have to deal with this whole board. And we do that by... Well, we can't do both because our lands... But at least we'll be able to get rid of the Lunor Elf. And still go for a Youthful Valkyrie. Let's see now. Play Adventurers in. Let's go for another Youthful Valkyrie. Not only that, we're going to pump up our strongest Youthful Valkyrie, get rid of their Imperious Perfect. Start swinging. What's good about next turn is if this Youthful Valkyrie sticks on the board, then it'll gain another buff, and then we'll gain 5 life next turn, and then that'll trigger Resplendent Angel, giving us another Angel, and then we should have it, unless our opponent does something crazy like that right now. Interesting. So yeah, that's the move. We're gonna play this. Pump everyone up, swing with everyone. And I think this is the point of no return for the opponent. Okay, we get to go first. I'll keep this one. We don't have any early Angels to play, which is unfortunate, but we do have a Seam Rip to use in whatever situation it presents itself. I mean, I could just get rid of that so they can't use it to draw or gain life. Is that the move, though? Nah, I don't think so. Just because it's just a 1-for-1 that doesn't do too much, where I'd rather use it on that. You say, now that's the real card we want to get rid of. But I think we're going to end up going for the Angel first, and then we'll set up to use another Resplendent Angel plus Seam Ripper next turn. Oh man, they got all the cards, guys. So we're gonna Seam Rip the weapons manufacturing. Play another Resplendent Angel. And what's good about next turn coming up is we could play Exemplar of Light, play Adventurers in, and then we'll trigger Exemplar of Light, gaining a new card, plus getting that 1/1 counter on it, which is always very nice. But let's see what they got in store for us now. Yep, they're doing some good old munitions. Crazy plays right there. Alright, so we play our buddy Exemplar of Light, go for Adventurers Inn, gain the life, and we get another Exemplar of Light. I'm not gonna complain at all. But the only problem is now we need to find a way to gain life in order to get the real value from the Exemplars of Light that we need. That's crazy. They got all the cards in the world right there. Can't play both. I'm just gonna go for the strongest creature. Or should I say the one that costs the most mana? Okay, well, they give us the Wishclaw Talisman, which I don't even want to really use. Of course, it's weapons manufacturing. Let's go for Exemplar of Light. Best thing that this could do for me is give me a Sheltered by Ghost, and then I use it on the Wishclaw Talisman, just enable the life gain on one of my creatures. So that's going to be the move. Yeah, actually, if I could get that all to work in my favor, that would be really good. Yeah, let's see if this will work the way I want it to. Oh, they could just get rid of it. That's fair. Oh well. Still got rid of it at the end of the day. That's all that matters to me. Can't play both, unfortunately. The double swing. We're just gonna disregard all the damage we take. I think we're in a good spot, though, because if they want to target anything with the munition tokens, especially the Exemplar of Light, they have to pay 2 for the ward cost. Man, another one. That's crazy. But look at that. We got the seam rip. How convenient. I could give it a buff, but I don't know. Could also draw some more good cards. Yeah, you know what? We possibly can. We'll now seam rip the talisman. Go for Giada. I'm going to keep this in my hand. And the reason is because, oh wow, that's really crazy because of the Giada, but before we swing, we could get the draw off of Exemplar of Light, and then maybe we'll find something that'll change up what we do. Get rid of the Inquisitor, and we get it. Hey guys, thanks for watching the video. Tell me what you think of the deck in the comment section down below. Please like the video and subscribe if you have not already. And if you're new here, just know I have new videos coming out every day. I hope everyone has a great day. Take care.